And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy, WordPlay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
We back.
We are back. And we thought we were going to move on.
We did. We told you guys we were leaving this, and then we got our dates mixed up because Rhapsody don't come out till next week.
In the meantime, what we're going to talk about is the situation with Kendrick Lamar and Drake and this beef and how it seems over and what we think about that overness. So we're going to start with Not Like Us, and we're going to listen to it, kind of feel it out, see what we think about it, and then respond to this. So this is Not Like Us, produced by Mustard, DJ Mustard. And yeah, here we go.
Yeah, nigga, 69 gods. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 gods.
That is a certified bop.
Dog, it's insane. Like, okay, my first thesis. Here's how this ended it. You make a bop out of what made me feel uncomfortable as a rapper last time. Like, you're trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Mm-hmm. The double entendre
Freaky
is just
you a 69
there,
god,
bruh. And what's funny,
you know what?
is that's a view shot.
Exactly. I'm sorry to cut you off. This feels like, to me, this should have been the first one, and probably would have been the last one if this was the first one.
Nah, here's why.
Okay.
Drake thought, and shout out to Kev on stage for this theory because I was watching it earlier, but also felt the same. He thought that this was like the Meek thing, that he was just gonna drop 3 or 4 songs. He dropped all these songs, and Kendrick was not gonna push back this way. Mm-hmm. There was nothing in his head that said, okay, when I drop Family Matters, Meet the Gramps is coming after you drop 16 in LA. Just by pure quality and volume, which is a rarity for us with Kendrick in terms of the like quantity all at the same time. So it's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna show you that I can do what you do. I did it on Damn, but it was strategic to, if Not Like Us came out first, Drake would have felt like he could have just dropped 3 or 4 songs and it been done. I feel like he was more loyal to Sleep this way.
And so maybe I need to clarify, because I feel like Not Like Us being first is a miss. I'm not saying that correctly.
Okay.
The best way for me to put that is Euphoria could have came out. Mm-hmm. Drake would have had his response to that. Mm. And then I believe Not Like Us would have been a good follow-up to Euphoria that likely would have stopped Drake in his tracks, because Euphoria is the setup. Not Like Us is the
knockout punch. Basically.
Yeah, the knockout punch for sure. In my opinion, and the reason why I say that is Kendrick already said that he was going to tell the truth about you. Mm-hmm. The truth is all up through this song, and it does what you want it to do. Mm-hmm. Which is keep it away from, soften up some of the harder things that Kendrick has had to say throughout this beef.
Yeah, it definitely placed this in a better light.
It put it more in the beef rank.
And it put it as a bop. Like,
right.
Back to back works because you can play that in a club. I guarantee you this. This goes off in the club, and when the fall comes around, it's going off at the HBCUs. They are playing this in games.
It's a weird one, though.
Like,
it's a weird one. It would always be weird with the A minor line, even though the A minor line is super clever.
It's going to be weird, but I promise you, we are going to see that.
Yeah.
Because this is like an onslaught of how you handle beef. To me,
this is the way that you get a little messy without rolling in the mud. Yeah. I believe.
Well, let's get to the hard part 6.
You know, but just let me know when we get into the facts.
Not a fan of soliloquy Drake.
Me either. I was like, I like the rapping talking, but then it's just like, man. The biggest
it was better than Nicki did.
never bring Nikki up on this podcast again after that Bigfoot crap. Bigfoot was crap. I don't care what y'all say. Here's the dissection. What do you think the response should have been?
To Kendrick?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that this is the perfect response. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I think it's the perfect response, I'm going to start with the title. Because I started writing some stuff down, but that's a piece that I missed. You think that Kendrick would be able to put out a Heart Part 6 now? Or a Heart Part 7 now? Or Heart Part 8 now?
I do, and I think he should put out a Heart Part 7.
I agree. I just wondered if you think it would disrupt that to the audience. You know what I mean? Do you think the audience would be like, oh my gosh, what is Kendrick going to do now? Is he going to put out a Part 7? Oh, he can't put out a Part 7. You know what I mean? Like, if Part 7 comes out, do you think that the audience would sun it?
No, because I think he's so strategic that he would like, the Heart Part 7 would be so perfect, like as a response and basically saying, oh, we're speaking from the heart to each other. Mm-hmm. You know, that kind of thing. And like addressing that and dissecting all those different things. And there's many different ways he can go about doing it.
Here's another point. Kendrick always puts out the heart before an album. So Drake strategically is doing this, and he said in this record that Kendrick is getting ready for a release. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't that would be the? I actually think now that I'm kind of processing it. Mm-hmm. Here's my new point on this. Mm-hmm. My main point on this. This would further popularize a next Kendrick album because Drake has now made the Heart Part 7 more impactful by calling the Heart Part 6 this. So I think if Drake's point was to take the steam out of the Heart series, he didn't get that.
But I don't think because the funny thing about both of them is they all like, I don't like this passive aggressive. We could have kept it rap, but I just wanted to, do this thing, and then you're being weird. They both have like said that in their raps, like, especially when he's like, if you don't tell lies on me, I won't tell truths about you, is a direct.
Well, this could have been friendly. This could have been a spar.
Is what they're saying, but I'm like, but y'all really don't like each other from everything that y'all are saying. In the way both of y'all was going and looking for information and giving the fact that you had the information, and this is why I believe the Drake portion of it, because when you get Drop and Give Me 50, you can hear the end. You knew that Family Matters was coming. Like, had already probably been written and done because of whatever scheduling things that y'all got. Then you respond with 616 in LA, which again is another, like, they were both playing off of the title thing. So the 616 in LA is basically a play off of the whole Drake, 6 a.m. in Toronto, blah, 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 blah. So now we get the Heart Part 6, and it's like, y'all are both being very, very calculated in what it is that you're doing.
You think they're both putting out an album soon?
I mean, Drake is at a album a year clip now. So
do you think this fall we're getting an album from both of them?
I think Kendrick may pop out next couple weeks. Or in a month. Well, not
that
next
soon?
couple weeks, in like a month or so.
Wow. I didn't put it at that soon.
I think you don't pop out like this if you like.
You don't not use this moment.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
You don't not use the moment.
And he's it's Kendrick Lamar distributed by Interscope. Yeah.
You got so much time to make all this music. There's no way that you don't already have something done.
Right.
He's way more calculated than that. And if Drake is saying it, you heard some information from somewhere, from, whether it's label execs, because everybody is planning around each other. Even if y'all don't like each other, don't respect each other, your labels will still take in the advice of how they're planning around releases, i.e. the tailor-made Taylor Swift allegation.
Mm-hmm. How do you think this is a setup? Do you think Drake set them up?
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why though, because it's weird, because it's not very hard to punch at Drake without that.
Yeah, I don't know why he would go as far as to feed them fake information unless you're insecure about an L.
He says that he knew that he was going to try and take the quote unquote little girl angle. And if you knew that, why to me was there not more done in terms of the actual imaging of that? Because not only do they have that conversation, they have the 17-year-old girl that came on stage, the footage from that. And even though, like I said last time, the Millie Bobby Brown stuff got cleared up even by her.
How does she clear that up?
Well, she
because
said,
there's some folks that don't know.
Oh, there were some people that, well, she goes on somewhere and says like she sees him more like a big brother. Mm-hmm. And that was their relationship. And so in the conversation that they were like texting about, there was more response to basically like checking on her as a person in the industry, as he had been also in the industry as well. Does it still give off
as a child?
And does it give off a weird vibe? Yeah, for most of us. But at the same time, I find that harmless.
I think that because of the optics,
yeah,
a parent should have been involved. And I don't know if a parent is involved or not involved. So
but
I think
either way, I think it's going to still look away. Because even if the parents were involved with Michael Jackson.
Right, 100%.
And the optics, you get what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I think,
the parent, it turned out that it seemed like the parents were grooming as well. Yeah.
So, but I don't really know how to handle that. And that's why, again, Not Like Us makes it like, how do you make that uncomfortable thing about, bro?
It does make it less uncomfortable to talk about because it is a bop. I don't want any kids to be singing it, in my opinion.
I don't either. I don't want. What's funny is when you start certified lover boy. Certified pedophile, like that is a nuts line that is again going off in the club, like because they.
But it's weird that it would go off in the club. You know what I mean? Like it fits.
It fits,
but it is really difficult for me to hear a crowd of people screaming that out.
Yeah.
And me not like I'm not bopping to this right now. I'll sit this one out. It is. Yeah. I think people will dance more to the music, the musical elements, and the repetitiveness and the cadences than the actual lyrics. This day free thing.
So this is.
I don't think that this caption means anything.
I don't think it means anything either, other than pumping up the fact that what you're saying is true about him commenting and where the comments are. The question I'm going to ask about this: does this angle seem worth it?
No, not at all. Like bringing up Dave. So I think Drake has put himself in the same position that he calls out to Kendrick about. Where's the paperwork? If you're going to say where's the paperwork, you need to produce paperwork. You see what I'm saying? And Drake is not doing this at any point in time.
No. The other part that I heard a lot of people say, and I want to know your thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on how he sounds comparatively to Not Like Us?
Yeah. So I think this is the last point that I want to make about this song, but you can make more points if you'd like.
Okay.
I believe that he doesn't want to do this anymore. I believe that he doesn't want to continue on in this beef. He said it. Twice in multiple ways, or at least 3 times, right? He says, I don't want to do this. He says, I think this is over. And then he repeats again, this is over.
Yeah. He's
letting you know that he's not coming back with anything. And it's clear that he's not coming back with anything because, and Kendrick caught on to that and hasn't responded again. It's a white flag. It is a white flag.
So with the white flag, there means there's winners and losers. And honestly, Kendrick won.
I think so too. I believe that Kendrick Lamar won this beef, and he categorically outplayed Drake by utilizing not Drake's emotions, but he utilized the crowd's emotions.
And he used Drake's greatest attribute in beef against him. Like, he literally summer jammed Meek Mill. during that time. And those same tactics did not work because all he did was take the public perception and rumblings, give them a voice, give it a bop to where now people are already questioning the authority, and it was, or not the authority, but question the authenticity. And it was based in the perfect timing of everybody else just being sick of you, fed up with you, or whatever they got going on. It's also very clear that he does not want, and I didn't mention this with family members, he does not want beef with Future. He just like, we ain't never had no issues. Like, we really make money together.
Yeah. And this is the underestimation of Kendrick Lamar. It is, you thought you were going to come in and sun him.
Yep.
The reality is that Kendrick Lamar is a part of this culture and a big staple in this culture. And he means something to this culture, even if people don't know that he means something.
Yeah. And he is a more well-rounded artist than you gave him credit for, than even, you know, in Cole's like jab, where y'all continuously talked about Mr. Morale as if damn never happened. As if he can't get in this bag of like, I am thoughtful, I am thinking to a point. Good Kid, Mad City was a vibe start to finish. To Pimp a Butterfly was something you had to sit with and think about. Damn was a vibe and a feeling. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was something you had to sit with and think about.
And now he's likely to come back with a vibe and a feeling. Get out of here. Get us out of here.
Oh, well.
You got to let the beef go now.
We'll see you in the next piece. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.